Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's TheSketchMonkey here. Today I'm gonna have a look at the BMW 7 Series because I think this is actually one of BMW's best looking new models, believe it or not, and that has all to do with the proportions. It's pretty similar to the E38, a BMW which I absolutely love. I'm gonna show you the side view and also the front and let you know the similarities between the two, but then I'm gonna redesign the new 7 Series to something that I think would look a lot better. Basically, I'm gonna make my own version of it. So if we have a look at the E38 up here, one of the best looking sedans of all time, in my opinion. I think it's a gorgeous design, both in proportions and in graphics. We have very clean, nice horizontal lines separating the bumper from the lower part graphics, and we also have the headlights being in line with the grille here. Beautifully done, very clean and elegant. This is what makes a timeless design when you look at it like this and just put out the lines for the graphics and so on. And then when we come into the new 7 Series, you can see that it gets a little bit more busy, and the main thing here is that this front end sits a lot higher. It doesn't have this slim, sleek, athletic look like the E38 has. The front end is, I think, where the new 7 Series has the biggest issue, so that's what I'm gonna focus on in the redesign. But looking at it at a side view, and this is why I think the new 7 Series is, in fact, one of the better models recently from BMW. I really like this design. I'm not a huge fan of the graphics. If we take the proportions of the E38 and have a look at the greenhouse, for example, the outline of the greenhouse going like this, and then see in the D-pillar back here, and of course the Hofmeister kink on the interior of the greenhouse with this design, it almost has the exact same design of the greenhouse of the new 7 Series, in addition to all the clean lines that we have going on in the body of the car in the side view. And I kind of like this two-tone design that they have in the new 7 Series as well. Complements the design of the car, and there's nothing crazy going on. They really dialed down the styling within the surfaces, but they dialed up the styling within in the graphics in the front. So the graphics feels very heavy because there is so much going on there. Compare that to the rest of the car. There's really not a lot of styling features or messy lines that we have in the front anywhere else on the car. I also want to quickly show you this. I put this in my Instagram story just as an experiment to have some fun with the new, the facelifted X7. I think the new one looks really cool. I don't have any big problems with having the headlights sitting down here. I think it looks more natural on the X7 than it does on the 7 Series, and then have the daytime running light up here, which it looks pretty cool. But I decided to just play around with this and have the headlight be one single piece sitting higher up. Exactly what I'm gonna do here with the redesign of the 7 Series. And then I also tried a different version up here where you have the daytime running light integrated in the headlight as well, and you can see the difference here from the left side being the redesign and then the standard version being on the right there. So it's fun to play around with this new BMW design language and see what actually comes out when you modify a couple of small changes to it. What I'm gonna do with this new 7 Series is, first of all, you see these two split headlights. This has been a topic of discussion for a while now, if this is a good idea to have the main headlight being down here and then you have the daytime running light creating the identity of BMW up here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this up so we have that in line, just like the E38. We have it in line, as I showed you right here, in line with the grille, and that's what I want to do in the redesign here. Move up the headlight to be here, and then this daytime running light will then be a part of the headlight and sit on top of it right here. So I think that's gonna be a kind of small change, but I think it's gonna make a huge difference, because in addition to that, then now we're gonna have the shoulder line going into the corner, this corner like what I have here. Since I'm raising up the headlight, this corner is also gonna raise up and connect beautifully with the shoulder line. It feels like a natural position for this curvature, the corner of the headlight, to be right there. In addition to that, I'm also gonna work on the grille a little bit. I think it sticks down way too far. I'm gonna cut it somewhere here. So I'm gonna take the exact same shape, just copy paste these elements and just squish them in to scale them down a little bit to this point and have some fun with that. And last but not least, we also need to work on these wheels. You see this big gap here, we can't have that. We gotta have wheels and tires that actually fit and sit very nicely in the wheelhouse. Maybe lose some comfort, but to me, always having great looking wheels and stance matter a lot more to me me than gaining some comfort by having a massive distance like we have here. Also gonna put some side skirt in here and also a lip on this car. So with that said, let's jump into the redesign, and I'm gonna let this redesign run and then come back at the end of the redesign and explain kind of what happened to the 7 Series. So that's my redesign of the BMW 7 Series. As I said, what I wanted to do is create a little bit simplify the front end. That was the main reason here for doing this redesign, and also plant it properly on the ground and create some more dynamic shading into this design, because as I said, I think it's a good design. It just needs a couple of small touches, and those are the touches I made here. For example, integrating the daytime running lights in the headlight, and also have the grille being a little smaller. It's still at the exact same graphics, but that creates almost like a more defined bumper underneath it, so the grills don't stick down all the way to integrating in the bumper. I want to have a separation between those two. But the main thing here is, I think, having this line going from the top of the grill into the top of the headlight framing, I think that looks really good, because as I said in the beginning, now we have the shoulder line cutting right into and connecting, meeting this curvature, this corner, in the right place. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.